How much cash do you have? $500? $10,000? $100,000? $60,000? $400,000? $1 million? People always say that cash is not king, even though the older statements used to be cash is king. They say that if you have cash right now, you need to let it go. You need to invest it. You need to find and put it in somewhere that's gonna grow your cash and not have it just lose value from inflation, from it just sitting and you not putting it to work, from not making that money make you money, right? But guys, that is the worst statement you can possibly make, that cash is not king in a market that we are in today, because in my humble opinion, cash is king in an uncertain market that we are in today. For those of you who are just coming across my channel, please don't forget to hit that like button if you got any value, and we're gonna jump right into why you should be stashing your cash and not just blowing it. So in an uncertain market, we don't know where things are headed and what's gonna happen. You guys can agree with me on that, right? And when you don't know what's gonna happen or how it's gonna happen and if the market's gonna crash or not tank, you wanna make sure that you got yourself a nice cushion, a pillow of cash. Not only to jump on opportunity and to buy deals for good prices, but to also have yourself survive. Guys, I know so many people right now who are complaining about inflation, who are taking all the cash that they have and investing it in the markets, who are trying to put their money out of cash form because they're concerned that it's not safe in cash form. They're saying that they want to go buy that house because prices are going to keep going up. They want to invest in the stock markets and crypto markets because prices are getting ridiculous, and they don't want to miss out. And what they're doing is something we call FOMO. Fear of missing out. They're just fearful they're gonna miss out on the good prices right now, good prices, and they don't want to miss out on it. Therefore, they're dishing out all their cash, not realizing that in a market that has been going up for over 10 plus years, the last thing you want to do is get rid of all your cash. Let me ask you this. From 2008 to 2009, the markets were bad. We were in a recession. The markets were just going down and down and down and down. And then as 2009 came, 2010 came, 2011 came, it was going from down to starting to a little bit pick back up as much as it could possibly pick back up. 2011, 2012, 2013, and the market started to come back. Now, not coming back like they were in 2006 and 2007. They were coming back to just be able to breathe from what just happened in 08 and 09. It was just coming out to breathe. Now, in this market that we're in right now, we've been going up for years and years and years. And in 2017, I was told when I was flipping houses, the market's gonna crash. 2018 came, it still didn't crash. But what happened in 2018 was interest rates got higher. And when interest rates got higher, the market started to dip 5–10%. I've seen this, I experienced this. And it wasn't a crash or anything, but the rates just were going higher. Therefore, house prices specifically started to go lower. 2019 came, got more aggressive on the rates. 2020 came, the pandemic hit. And when the pandemic hit, everybody was so scared. Nobody was making any money. Now, when I say nobody, I'm talking about the general public. There is people who made trillions of dollars during the pandemic. People made a lot of money, people sold out, and people price gouged a lot of products. That's not the right thing to do, but that's what happened. Specifically, you're looking at toilet paper, the Lysol, the Clorox, all that stuff. Now, when this pandemic hit, everybody was so scared. Nobody knew what's going to happen. Everybody was like, this is the end. This is the crash. This is the shutdown. This is the meltdown. And everybody was fearing it. Now, when March 13, March 15, roughly 2020 hit and the pandemic actually struck, and then the stock markets crashed and everything was looking like a bloodbath and everything was so fearful, some people were smart and they purchased. And to be honest with you, I don't know how the hell someone can see the market like that and have the guts to purchase. And the answer to you on how I just asked myself How the hell will someone buy in a market that dangerous, be able to buy? The answer is because they had cash. The answer is because they saved their cash. They were waiting for a market to be like this. Warren Buffett says, be greedy when everybody's fearful. Everybody was fearful. And then be fearful when everybody's greedy. Today, everybody's greedy. Everybody's seeing the markets going up and up and up. Everybody's seeing Dogecoin going up and up and up, and Bitcoin going up and up and up. And they're like, I want some of that. And they got $5,000 to their name, $10,000, $50,000. Some are pulling credit card debt. Some are taking themselves into the water, drowning themselves because they're thinking that they're going to hit the lotto and hit the home run and make so much money. And that's when you need to be fearful. That's when you need to hold on your cash. You need to be careful. Guys, if the markets right now are being extremely greedy and we're seeing all-time highs keep getting broken, and we're seeing everybody from the ones who have no experience to the ones who having experience making money, and we're seeing big names holding a lot of cash, hint hint, Warren Buffett, hint hint, about $130 billion, hint hint. Why? When you see that, it's because there is danger coming. Even Gary Vaynerchuk, if you don't know him, he said for the past couple of years he's been stashing and stashing and stashing cash. Now, when you say inflation is coming and there's so much fears that the money is going to lose value, and invested in the crypto market, invested in gold, invested in certain stocks because you don't want to lose value on your money, it's okay to lose value on your money when you know something dangerous is coming close and when you know you're going to be able to buy things pennies on the dollars. Imagine buying yourself a $4 million shopping center, legit $4 million shopping center for $1.5 million. Just because the owner's underwater, he's either going to get foreclosed on and lose everything and he just needs to cash out. Imagine yourself looking at a house that's worth $400,000 and you bought it for $88,000. I'm giving you real numbers. This is what my clients purchased in 2008 and 2009. Now, I'm not saying we're going to dip 40, 50, 60% in the markets, but I'm saying opportunity will present. Opportunity will show. And if you're the type who's just dishing out any cash you have because you're hearing about these inflation talks and about these concerns of the market just going higher and higher and you don't want to miss out, you got to think again. Save your cash for the crash. Now, that's a good statement and a good line, right? But the truth is, we're not guaranteeing a crash. But if there were to be a crash, you want to have cash. And not just because you want to jump on opportunity, guys, because you want to be able to survive. You want to be able to pay your bills. You want to be able to live. You don't want to be stressing, I got to go to work, yet there's no work. I got to go make money, yet nobody's floating money. When a depression happens or a crash happens, everyone is holding on their cash. Everyone is so scared. When the pandemic hit, nobody would even look at you and lend you $100. People couldn't afford it. You're talking about getting a $600 stimulus check and people are loving it because they had no money. $1,400 stimulus check, people were like on cloud nine because they were so scared, so fearful. And when those checks came in, it was able to help them float. Don't blow all your cash because you're concerned for the concerns that the headline news is putting out. Save some cash. I'm not saying all of it. Invest it if you feel like the investment is smart, but save some of it because you will need cash when opportunity presents, and you will need cash when the market decides to make a different move. Guys, interest rates are at all-time lows. Demand is extremely high. Supply is low. Supply chain logistics is doing very bad because everything is back ordered. Everything is not being able to be made. But let me tell you something. It won't last. Let me tell you something. These stimulus packages and these bailouts won't last. And when that moment comes and fear really hits the markets, keep in mind, the pandemic didn't come from the markets. It came from natural cause. Therefore, when the pandemic finished, things were able to pick back up. But when the markets actually react to the $5 trillion that were printed, to the delays of the foreclosures, to the delays of the evictions, to the delays of making your car payments, to the delays of you not having to pay your bills or able to cancel your leases because of the pandemic, when that actually reacts and negativity starts to show on the news, and you're seeing inflation really start to raise because the markets were doing printing too much and because the interest rates were too low for too long. When you see those interest rates rise, and you see that inflation number rise, and you see the assumptions not what they thought they were going to be, and where the feds were just calming down the markets, telling them nothing's going to happen and we'll maintain and manage. When that happens and the market truly reacts to that, guys, you better pray that you saved your cash. Be safe, everybody. Understand that we're in an uncertain market. Things are sketchy. I'm staying on top of things. I'm hoping this is keeping you educated, because this is why I make videos on my channel. Subscribe, I upload 3 times a week. And thank you so much for watching. Save your cash, and I'll see you all later. I'm out.